lab coats say these rifts could destroy the entire galaxy. That doesn't include the main menu, right? Geography ain't my strong suit.
Broadcasting cognitive resonance across Arcadia, this is Grand Plan Wireless.
What you think about? The order advocates for no less
Emergency
than 6
protocol.
Status susceptible to danger. Status currently prosperous. Danger. Status currently prosperous. Flee!
Equaling our starting then function at n minus in our starting where n is so low. Now you know just what to do. Start this cycle, here's the cue. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely summing to preceding numbers gives us a graph that brings us wonder. Find the recurrence relation, get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from ladder orography. upon the golden spiral, a part that's quite so vital, arcing in a certain motion. Give it a perfect quotient, 0, 1, 1, and again, 2, 3, 5, and 8, and then 13, 21, not 2, 34, we're counting through. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely. Fibonacci from Liber Abasi. Is a sequence in which each number is the sum of the two preceding ones. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 1, 44, and so on and so forth. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely summing, receiving numbers, give us math that brings us wonders, define the recurrence relation, get us to sequence summation, receiving numbers, give us math that brings us wonders, define the recurrence relation, get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber Abasi.
Traveling at the velocity of light through the vacuum of space on our primary band, this is Grand Plan Wireless, the informed, sourced, peer-reviewed sound of science. I bear new archive intelligence. Although an anomalous outlier has seized our facility, operator neglect has taken key systems remain non-functional. Protectorate forces still have cold storage under their thumb, and with it, a wealth of invaluable data bricks bound for eventual archive processing. I will keep you apprised of this situation as it unfolds.
I shall not stay your execution.
This will serve as a reminder of the impeccable right to the archives design.
Enclosing a potentially providing a
To facilitate cognition. The following song mentions some actions that are improper. Something
Where's our boss? Better than overtime. Captured benefits.
Unleash my might upon them. Ready to dispense judgment. I require medical assistance. You have my thanks and my help.
Colleagues can be cold, but academia's always true.
Why use double entendres when sextuple ones will do?
You taught me scientismic ways, even Sis did not foresee. 100 degrees.
supply drop in progress. Destination below.
Putting facts over feelings that scientisms had out.
to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we amplify.
It is not advised at this time.
Attention order apparatus. Perfection now exists in sandwich form. Scientists have created a perfect BLT sandwich. It is balanced, layered, and tasteful. You may cease your search for complete lunchtime fulfillment, for it has arrived. You are welcome. From the Order of the Ascendant. Ever bear in mind, we are molecular machines, our bodies a tuft of atoms, our minds a result of chemical reactions, our lives, our paths clear only from retrospect. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictor.
Welcome, intrepid consumer, to Auntie's Choice territory. The wonders of winter's grasp lay ahead, though do stay on the road. The ice caves conceal all manner of dangers. Keep walking.
Trooper! Hayes! Hayes, can you hear me?
Hayes, your family is depending on you. You gotta shake off these vapors, man, and clear your head.
Sprout a brand frat, the only lard for your vat. Once you fry in our cold pressed sprat fat, you'll never even dream about going back.
He's not responding, and I'm out of ideas. Should we try slapping him?
And I saw Feliz right
I've no fair ideas of how to proceed, White. Nothing we do seems to garner the... Yes? Can I... wait. Welcome, potential customer, to the majesty of Auntie's military might. Normally, I would be at your service, but I'm dealing with a situation here. It's really none of your...
Sarge, maybe they can help. The two of us are certainly out of options.
And who'll pay them for the assistance? You?
Prepare to sense the sensational as we draw your feelings of awe to the...
Very well. The issue is our compatriot, Trooper Hayes. He seems to have some kind of break or shock to the head, and he's, well...
Same sucker, bad habit blocker. It tracks every movement like a hunting death stalker. Try a gross habit, it sucks nadgy bits. This flogger's a stopper, you just can't brush off her.
He's that.
Ever since the attack last night, he's been unresponsive and communicating only in jingles. At first, I thought it might be some manner of marketing ploy, but it seems permanent.
The observatory processes a...
The artillery bombardment was particularly heavy last night before the assault began, and the rounds shook the ground so badly that our lantern flew off its hook on the wall. Hayes put his hands over his ears, lay feet on the ground, and after the only thing that had come from his mouth were jingles. Old archaic jingles, ones I haven't heard in years. We must rouse him back to sanity. He's their sole earner, and should he be discharged, just the cost of his family's lodgings on the claim is more than enough to bankrupt them.
Additional erudite entertainment is forthwith. And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become...
Yes. Well, maybe. They're the kind of sales roles you take when you're young, before you reach an age to become a real earner.
There can be no discussion of the grand plan without also entertaining a deep contemplation.
All right, I guess we can do that. Hayes, I'll take 5 bottles of Calorie Killer, please.
Absolutely. I have a whole sales sampler full of all the calorie... what is... Was I just trying to sell you something?
You don't remember? He's been wandering around singing nothing but jingles for almost 2 whole days.
Poppycock! I don't even know any jingles by heart.
Well, I'll be damned. I absolutely cannot believe that worked. Thank you for your help.
It will land on heads with a 1 in 2 chance. or tails with a 1 in 2 chance. But are there really 2 outcomes? Is there not one specific outcome we can determine? Yes. With complete information, there can be no chance. Only outcome. Complete information yields perfect predictions. 100% accuracy.
Now watch
No
it.
outcomes. Now we come to one of the most difficult concepts in the order for initiates to grasp. If the result of the flip of a coin is known to be heads, is it necessary to flip the coin? Would it not be more efficient to simply go forward as if it had been flipped and proceed with whatever action that flip was intended to choose? If so, what part of that choice was ever left to chance? The answer, of course, is none. Only when there is less than complete information are we reduced to chance. At present, we do not have complete information. Instead, we are still forced to deal in probabilities, expected values, and standard deviations, which lead to the dreaded stigma of probability distributions. By necessity, we are forced to estimate outcomes based on assumed distributions of sample populations. Such a travesty. No, not a travesty, a tragedy. A horror. A horror the archive will help us avoid. Every bit of data collected, analyzed, and input by our archivists brings us closer to our goal, to the solving of the universal equation. Probability is not enough. Guesses are not enough. Incomplete information leads to inaccurate predictions, which lead to tragedies. We must not guess. We must know. Help us know. Contribute any and all data you can collect to our proud archivists. And you too can say you contributed to the archive.
That song was odd because it is the number 3 song this week. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by
Generating Primes, Techniques and Uses. Good day and welcome again to Advanced Abstract Algebraics, Section 4, Session 43. Please continue to enjoy the background music, which I have selected today based on its arithmetic-based harmonic progressions. My name is Edmund Vandersmythe, and I am the Senior Tenured Laureate of the Tertiary Adjunct School of Numismatics for the Order of the Ascendant. Today's lecture will focus on the generation of prime numbers, techniques, and uses thereof. I know. Prime numbers? Why so simplistic? Well, consider this a basic refresher course in remedial numismatics for those new to the order. I will start by explaining what a prime number is, despite the fact that you should have learned that definition decades ago while still in diapers. But no matter. I have been called many things, and repetition is one of them. I have also been called redundant several times, and once I was called reiterative.
Has anyone seen Jack? He was patrolling the caves in Sector 13, but it doesn't seem he's made his return.
The simplest
But I wouldn't worry. Jack may be a hullhead, but he's got enough sense to make it back before dark.
Set
I hope
N2.
you're right.
That a prime is any number in the set N2 that is not itself a product of 2 other numbers in the set N2. A simple definition. Elegant.
Let's not waste each other's time.
You are listening to Grand Plan Wireless, Arcadia's voice of reason. Accomplished colleagues, please clear the next 1.7 minutes of your academic calendar for a compact dissertation on current events from presiding Bishop Ruth Basile.
barking.
Fellow ascendants, it is not hyperbole to state we live in perilous times for scientism. Spatial anomalies, incursive corporatists, our divisive division from the Protectorate. Not an ideal course of events, yet none represents the peril of which I speak. We cannot choose our trials, only predict and prepare. We have done both with usual patience. Our greatest enemy is fear. We must not let things outside our control divide our attention, or we risk incongruence with the grand plan. That way we face chaos. We are the order. We cannot control misfortune's ebb and flow, but we can predict it with reasonable precision, as if tracking Embrace rational thought, stick to the plan, and unlike our emotional predicament, the fair winds of scientism will carry us to ascension.
Our little the bridge has been totally isolated from reinforcements. The protector had assaulted so quickly, we couldn't even begin to respond.
50-bit says that plan came from the archive itself. Their field movements have been shockingly well coordinated since they locked us out of that damn machine.
Maybe a strategic plan would have been a better use for it than making more money. Maybe we'd won by now.
That's just crazy talk. We've been out here too long.
Line our pockets. Can't afford. Time for discounts.
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension. Please absorb this informative information, valued fellows. Spartan is no longer under Protectorate subjugation. This former Order headquarters and habitation for our archive scienticians has been liberated by a most capable and violent anomalous outlier. If you think this third-party liberated Spartan for our benefit, allow me to disabuse your optimism. They worked alone. It's inscrutable. Hopefully reason will prevail. The only certainty is no outcome can be predicted with absolute certainty until we solve the universal equation, of course. Seers will adjust their forecasts as events unfold.
End message with an emphatic sign-off such as, "You'll never be sad when you have solutions." Oh, that apparently was a note to self, not to be read aloud.
Continuing as predetermined. Next out. The seers among you already know.
Switch and hold down the blue button for 3 seconds to arm.
Wait a tick. Earlier you told me it was the red button.
Oh, you idiot. It was definitely the blue one.
Boyd, I swear, if this blows up...
To battle!
Third-party liberated Spartan for our benefit, allow me to disabuse your optimism. They worked alone. Their motives inscrutable. Hopefully reason will prevail. The only certainty is no outcome can be predicted with absolute certainty until we solve the universal equation, of course. Seers will adjust their forecasts as events unfold.
So ends this missive.
And now, additional and/or music determined to facilitate cognition. The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
There is no cold that can get no hold. You, what? Yeah, Rumblebaum. It's I'm well, masterful even. Got me covered in with Rumblebaum. Made me a little hot. So hot, I stripped down to get some air. Okay, if you think it's a good idea, but you ain't got no... for scouting, and then suddenly I lost my clothes and was terribly cold. Then I was saved by a selfless being who didn't even ask for payment.
Sure, Jack, sure. Let's just get you inside and warm you up.
Thank you greatly for your assistance. I feel so much better now. Suppose I lost my head there for a bit.
As determined, you're listening to Grand Plan Wireless. For transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also...
Second switch and hold down the blue button for 3 seconds to arm.
Wait a tick. Earlier you told me it was the red
At
button.
the predicted hour, it's another installment
It was
of...
definitely the blue one.
Boy,
Exercise.
I swear, if this
The
blows up...
listener asks, who was the charismatic method?
Advisory board.
As determined, you're listening to Grand Plan Wireless. For transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also...
Now press the second switch and hold down the blue button for 3 seconds to arm.
Wait a tick. Earlier you told me it was the red button.
No, you idiot. It was definitely the blue one.
Ask a vicar
Boyd,
Vicar
I
knows
swear, if
what's
this
up.
blows up...
A listener asks, why did the order split?
Unit of action.
Must be from the empty street.
Providing a host.
Your judgment has found you!
We parted ways with the Protectorate just as Auntie's Choice began their invasion of Arcadia. They took our Protectorate colleagues by surprise. That he'd become encumbered by delusions of godhood, distracted by grief, obsessed with the rifts. He failed to foresee the real threat of corporate incursion, while his consul increased the browbeating of their subjects into ideological submission. Without the guidance of the Grand Plan and the Matriarch's original vision, the Protectorate was lost. We did not abandon
Is that what I
them.
think it is?
They abandoned
Well,
them.
damn it.
Keep put.
So I have to do paperwork for accidental weapons discharge, accidental loss of life, and replacement munitions paperwork.
Use it to perform advanced
Always so unlucky.
calculations by...
loiter about a protocol without someone casting assuming glances their way? I know a presumptive look when I see it. You can't tie me to that. I'm just standing here. Oh, if you wanted to bribe me, you should have just led with that. Depends on how delicate your constitution is, I suppose. 6 or 7 months ago, some Auntie's Choice clock puncher made a shipping error. Sent a few crates of failed grafting materials here to Cloister. You know that grafting program they used to have? Where they'd give some hapless hullhead a big monster arm, torn off one of a bunch of different deadly creatures? These crates arrived full of rejected Crabograft parts. Sat untouched for months till I found them, and I thought, a little rebranding, the right angle? Bet I could sell these. I'm getting to that. Yeesh. I met this protectorate officer. Smug as all get out, naive as the day is long. Said she had logistical. As the plan would have it, I told her I got a shipment of, imitation Crabbo meat. You repackage and relabel it, it'll pass for protectorate rations just fine. She agreed. Bought a few crates on the spot, promised to send word when she needed more. I just had to grind up everything first. Remove a few telltale chunks.
Curious, cognitively atrophied. What horror. The protectorate oversees...
I can't take full credit or blame. I simply misrepresented misallocated materials for profit. I am Here's an audio cartridge with all the details. Those troops hear what they've been eating? I don't know what'll happen, but they won't be happy about it. That's for sure.
Our sum is greater than our parts. We collaborate with...
Don't mention it to anyone, especially not those damn snoops at Winter's Grasp.
Theses at peer review. Our estranged colleagues, meanwhile, pit neighbor against neighbor, reporting one another for nothing more egregious than independent thought. Of this, we have ample evidence. Protectorate rank and file have washed upon our shores splendid testimonials of so-called mental refreshment, a process wherein citizenry undergo chemical thought suppression. In a praetor fortress dedicated to this insidious purpose, they emerge more intellectually docile than when they entered, perfect protectorate subjects. Such deplorable practices have spurred some to action. A protectorate support group on Free Market Station seeks to rehabilitate the mentally refreshed. Free Market Station is hosting a training group to help ex-protectorate subjects think for themselves, make them productive members of a true society. We should welcome them back, our former colleagues, replace the empty promise with the verifiable veracity of the universal equation.
End message with an emphatic sign-up.
Of our theses at peer review. Our estranged colleagues, meanwhile, pit neighbor against neighbor.
Guess that protectorate officer won't want more invitations.
Evidence. Protectorate rank and file have washed upon our shores splendid testimonials of so-called mental refreshment, a process wherein citizenry undergo chemical thought suppression. In a praetor fortress dedicated to this insidious purpose, they emerge more intellectually docile than when they entered, perfect protectorate subjects. Such deplorable practices have spurred some to action. A protectorate support group on Free Market Station seeks to rehabilitate the mentally refreshed. Free Market Station is hosting a training group to help ex-protectorate subjects think for themselves, make them productive members of a true society. We should welcome them back, our former colleagues, replace the empty promise of the paradigm with the verifiable veracity of the universal equation.
Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
Whoa there, go-getter!
And now,
Say,
additional
have you ever considered the benefits of becoming a semi-confidential, unpaid informant for Auntie's Choice? Breathe once for yes. Expect I can work with that. Field Agent Auerbach, proprietary inside acquisition. Our team's presently occupying these premises, but haven't fully brought them to heel, per se. Would you happen to be familiar with this campus? We're not entirely clear what it was used for. As far as we can tell, order's been cleared out for some time. If not, I might politely inquire what exactly you're doing here. We scour rival facilities for hidden recipes, secret formulas, special ingredients, and assorted confidential internal know-how, then develop it into products to bring to market. It's a unique brand of warfare, exclusive to Auntie's Choice, designed to break incredible ingenuities out of cloistered captivity and share them across the galaxy. Information wants to be freed, then priced and shared along understood lines of commodification and distribution. That seemingly unimposing edifice over there? Lost a few peons in there. Place is full of deleterious traps devised by Order ingenuity. At some point, we'll work up the nerve to return. Been scouring all the other buildings clean since. A mess of energy-based barriers. A few seem pretty intent on bisecting the odd dawdler, and prove rather good at it. Yeah, well, suppose we'll let you in. You might disable a death trap or two with your bodies, then we can step over your cadavers, and maybe you... Ultimately, if you manage to find any, you don't die, which in that case, we'll probably just retrieve it off your corpse. Either way.
Free to take.
You're new. Don't seem like another one of these trade secret vultures either. War means nothing to them, you know. How about you? Know there's a war on, don't you? You here to help me win it? Oh, they did they? Hope you got that in writing, friend. No? Well, still, a Sub Rosa finagler operates out of the Port Authority building at the landing pad near Winter's Grass. Sub Rosa works with both sides, understood. But I want to know what she's into with the Protectorate. Let's say I'm curious. What, and leave this place to the likes of them? Someone needs to keep an eye on these trade secret vultures. As such, I need to learn anything useful?
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically voracious statements regarding products researched and designed...
Ha! A base opportunist after my own heart. Well, she can... Here's a little something for your trouble.
Nourishment is here. Apogee chips, shelf-stable and intestinally safe. Tomorrow's favorite snack is available today.
From the Order of the Ascendant. Whimsical computational jest 37A. Be like the minus operator and make a difference today. This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
1, 2, 3, 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Function f to the n equaling our starting zen. Function fn minus 1 plus the fn minus 2. In all cases that we know, starting where n is so low.
Now watching.
We know just what to do. Start the cycle, here's the cue. It's Fibonacci. A sequence largely summing to receiving numbers gives us math that brings us wonders. Define the recurrent relation, get us to sequence summation. Fibonacci from Liber of Asi.
Huh. Wouldn't be here to deliver news of my transfer going through, would you? No? Suppose we're still cut off then. How might I help you?
The golden spiral, a part that's quite so vital.
Patch you right up. All better. Anything else you need? Yup. Auntie's Choice heals all ill.
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension. An unfortunate event has transpired. A massive explosion at Alexandra Monastery in Matriarch's Mercy has sent rocky debris raining down upon inhabited areas below. Yet, on a favorable note, this event has positively validated Seer Wiley's exclusion zone predictions. The aforesaid debris landed in the forewarned areas with an 89.3% accuracy.
Can't afford
Regrettably,
it.
due to lackadaisical inaction on the part of the assigned administrant, some members of the displaced were housed there at the time.
That is all for now. Until next time, keep hail and mind your calculations. Unlike parallel lines, I hope someday we'll meet.
Continuing as predetermined. And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
Oh,
Like
a
pocket.
customer.
With the Consul now in charge, harsher restrictions are likely to be implemented across Arcadia. Avoiding Protectorate capture, interrogation, and/or disembowelment is advised.
Time for dinner.
You have needs. I have purloined goods to upsell. Got a good supply of Auntie's Choice finest. And just don't mention where it came.
Now watching.
listening to Grand Plan Wireless, Arcadia's voice of reason. Stifled by unfulfilling work with no hope of advancement? Tired from fighting off your fellow workers to keep your employment? Want data-driven insight on how to excel at your life? Visit our predictory and take our short 38-minute questionnaire to determine exactly
Time
what
for
career
discounts.
you are meant for. Act now and receive a 1-week prognostication from a seer. Absolutely free. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
If you're feeling anxious about what's next, just wait. Things to come have a way of constantly happening. The future is colliding with the present every moment.
Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
The spread, illnesses, and eventual control of the purple berry parasite. OA Archive transcription number 3918-4 begins here.
That whole place is one big death trap. One in?
No, Come back with Marisol, or don't come back.
Talk about irresponsible spread of the purple berry parasite by Auntie's Choice and its numerous subsidiaries and former supernumerary, although that's a different lecture. The spread of this parasite included a corresponding rise in gastrointestinal illnesses and deaths until basic preventative measures were put in place after illness-related costs exceeded corporate profits. As is usual for Auntie's Choice. The purple-berry parasite infects nearly 100% of all purple-berry bushes, both in the wild on corporate farms and even in our hydroponic collectives. Originally discovered on a single colony world, the purple-berry plant was subsequently spread throughout the colonies due to Auntie's Choice's poorly regulated interstellar shipping. Well, actually, it was due to Spacer's Choice, which somehow merged with another company to become Auntie's Choice. Honestly, these corporate interactions make little sense to me. As they mostly amount to relabeling assets and changing letterhead and mascot cartoons. So I will just refer to them as Auntie's Choice going forward. I know that may offend some of my more literal...
Some test brats volunteering to jump into that...
I call dibs on looting your corpse.
The purple-berry plant was at first thought to be... as the early
Look,
colonists
Anais,
berries died
you're not
from
supposed to be here. Events prove otherwise, don't they? While you were taking your time arriving, I found a way inside these corporate drones haven't discovered. I've grown rather adept at sneaking in and out of these so-called restricted areas unseen.
Belated testing by Auntie's Choice's unlettered scientists showed that the berries were not poisonous at all. Instead, they were infected with a microscopic parasite.
Yes, plenty of them. And scads of dead Auntie's Choice employees. They didn't get very far. I deemed it wise not to press much further. Peeked around a little. They've conveniently posted signs where various types of dangerous research materials are stored away.
Leave it to the Order to rigorously catalog everything.
Let's examine the PvP life cycle in detail. After an infected berry is eaten by a host, the microscopic eggs inside the berries are exposed to the host's digestive enzymes, which trigger their hatching. These parasites enter their second stage, as spiky worm-like creatures with outsized pincer-like mandibles, which then proceed to feed on the host directly, ingesting tissue and...
Burn-down initiation is listed on the top floor. They destroy materials through immolation there.
The research will be in reinforced containers, so enlisting the facility's own incineration measures would be prudent.
Plants to lay their eggs in the ripening purple berries. And I should add that the plants
Anais, stay here. Please.
I expected such to be your attitude, but I'll have you know that
I am not doubting your abilities. Quite the opposite. I need you to guard this entrance. Anyone appears, come running.
Fine. Go. I uncovered a vent in that office. Standard order redundancy measure. Let's outpass the barrier over there.
I'll hang back a moment while you depower that fence. Through vents is a young person's game after all. We'll stay here. You find a way to disable these fences.
Given that initial classification error, it's a wonder the Auntie's Choice scientists managed to ascertain any subsequent safeguards at all. After some additional casualties, prodding Auntie's Choice field researchers discovered that co-native planetary fauna was well adapted to the parasite.
Research studies prove that disengaging from complex tasks for a time to engage the mind in unrelated challenges has downstream beneficial effects for problem solving. Thus, our department attempted to design a series of stress-reducing educational challenges to facilitate these efforts. After some light early successes, we refined further and received results beyond our wildest intent. Soon, members of other departments were idling away in our offices for hours, absorbed with what soon became
Someone there?
known as
Hello?
brain puzzles.
Help!
My personal
Please!
productivity was quite
At the loss, somebody came by. I've been rationing my anti-Cleo Borst rockets, and you know what? Your tongue turns black if you eat them all week. Might concerning, since it's all I have. Boy, am I out of the loop. I clearly ought to read more. Last 6 days would have been the perfect time. We was sizing up the place. Well, the lobby. When our boss ordered us to find an off switch, a bunch of the others got killed. I got stuck in here. Boss left with the rest.
Hold on. You're not even remotely considering releasing him, are you? A trade secret vulture from Auntie's choice? Free to roam in a building full of order secrets? Just consider for a moment. We're here to keep dangerous research from... I certainly wouldn't want Auntie's choice obtaining research related to... At the end of the day, it's just an Auntie's choice auxiliary dabbler. Hardly a cute little woolly cow or something.
Hey!
There's a low probability of that.
I mean, yay!
Do whatever you think is best here. I still don't completely agree, but...
I promise not to, blow up the universe. Or, whatever it is you two are worried about, I guess. Can you let me out now, please? Phew. Well, that's a relief. Didn't think I'd ever get free.
Be grateful you're not on fire.
Oh, this is all the bits I'll be out of here as soon as it seems safe.
You're young and spry. You can do that. Do try to limit further damage.
Ouch!